Hello, I'm Chuck Case from Case School of Music in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Welcome to this edition of Liner Notes. Today we're happy to have a couple members of the Coopers in the school with us here. Welcome, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
Tell us about the Coopers.
I guess we were all I was a senior in high school 2 summers ago, kind of that transition from school year to summer. We were all in O'Gorman High School's show choir band, and we all had a really good time doing that. And it was just, we were hanging out on the back of the bus driving back from, I don't remember where, one of our competitions. I don't remember exactly who said it, but someone was like, "You guys, like this, we should seriously like start jamming and like start a band." We all were like into it, and then me and Thomas were like, "Okay, this needs to happen." So we went to a Taste of the Big Apple, which is a pizza restaurant downtown, and asked them if we could play there, and they told us that we could, and we were super surprised. So without even like ever practicing or ever really doing much together as a band, we booked a gig, and then it kind of shot off from there.
Oh, so you booked the gig and then worked the material around, saying that, okay, we've got gig guys here, let's get some material together, we got to play this.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I think the date was May 13th, and we had like 3 weeks of practicing before that.
You know, typically, high school students are into rock, but not typically into jazz. So was it tough to find those players, or you just found pretty easily those guys that had that common love of that type of music?
We got lucky. It was Josh is really into that. Chris is really into that, and I've always been to that kind of music too. And then these other guys just tag along with us and just love playing music. It just works out.
So tell me currently what the lineup is. Who are in the Coopers right now?
Well, right now we have Zach Boone, who just joined us this year to replace Chris Leone. Zach Boone's on trumpet. We, of course, have Josh Fisher on the drums, Thomas Johnson on the bass, and Michael Andrea on the guitar, and me, Sean Katungi, on the tenor saxophone.
Now, you're all college students, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us where you're going to school at.
I'm Josh Fisher. I'm going to Minnesota State University, Mankato, and then Thomas goes to the University of Michigan, and Michael, or Mange as we call him, goes to the University of St. Thomas in St. Paul. Boone is going to attend the University of Nebraska, and Sean will be going to University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill next year.
Now, during the school year last year, or actually this time a year ago, did you have any plans of getting together, like saying, guys, after school's done, we're going to get back together during the summer, or was it just kind of up in the air?
Actually, it was very up in the air. Thomas was planning on getting some deal to live in Michigan over the summer, and we were just saying that's about it. We're done with the Coopers, but somehow it worked out. We're all home, and we decided to go for it.
So, what's the plan? You're going back to school. Have you guys said, okay, well, we're going to do this again next summer? Is it going to be up in the air again? I guess you kind of have to play it by ear, I suppose.
Yep, it's up in the air again, as it was last year, but fingers crossed we'll be back again next year.
Well, tell us about your music.
Right now, we do a lot of covers. What we do is we take songs from other funk bands, or we take songs from just some popular music, even, and jazz standards, like When the Saints. We kind of jazz them up, we kind of put a little funk influence to them. We even took a song from a rap group, the High Respects, and we did a cover of that with our horns, and it surprisingly worked out really well.
on the second stage at Jazz Fest, and I love the Marvin Gaye tune you guys did. That was awesome. And Sean, you've got an incredible singing voice. You need to be singing more.
Yeah, it's. I was thinking about doing choir in high school, but I don't know.
Oh, you're great. Bands always have funny stories or memories. Can you think of any certain crazy things that maybe happened on a Cooper's gig or on the way to a gig or back or anything like that? Do you have?
I guess one interesting story, or kind of weird story. We played at this like conference. It was, I'm not exactly sure what it was. It was this like business conference at the Ramkota exhibit hall, and Chris didn't show up, and we all went into this gig thinking like this is gonna be super lame. Like we didn't really know like what the atmosphere was going to be, and it was we're like we get there and there's like a giant stage right on the front, and this lady came up, she's like, so you guys are going to sit up there, right? And we're like, oh geez. And this was still before we were kind of still getting used to things. And so that was kind of a big turning point, I guess, and also kind of a interesting, scary story. But it ended up like really well. We got a lot of contacts. There's a bunch of businesses. We ended up getting a couple of pretty big offers for gigs that we weren't able to play, but some big like business Christmas parties and stuff. Since we all go to college, it's hard to play during the year. So, but it ended up being one of the best, kind of like the coolest gigs we ever played. And then Chris wasn't there too, so that was pretty funny.
Well, it's nice that people are taking note of you guys and are enjoying your music and would love to have you perform. That's great. I think some great exposure for you guys was Jazz Fest. I think that was great. You guys put on a heck of a performance. I thought that's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're really fortunate to get that gig. It's always kind of been a dream of ours, and we played on the children's stage 2 years ago, and that was fun. But we've always kind of been hoping for the second stage, and we got it this year. So
well, who knows? Maybe some year you'll be asked to play the first stage.
Fingers crossed.
Just speaking for you two, I don't have the other members here, but what are some of your musical influences?
I guess I'm kind of all over the board. I listen to all kinds of music. All my friends know that I'm a die-hard Dave Matthews Band fan, and I always travel many hours to go see Dave Matthews Band this summer. But one of my biggest influences is a band called Soul Live, and they actually headlined Friday night of Jazz Fest last year. And it's a trio. So it's a guitar player, organ player. He also kind of plays the bass on his hands, and then a drummer. And they're kind of one of the big names in modern jazz, and they've really, really influenced my style. And a lot of things that I, talk to the guys about playing or want to play, or different ways that I change other songs to my style is kind of molded around how they play.
Yeah. But you, Sean?
Me personally, I'm also a Dave Matthews fan. I was a big fan of the late Leroy Moore. His saxophone playing was incredible. That was a big influence. Back when I was little, I would say the fact that my parents listened to a lot of swing music, it was what really got me interested in jazz, and what got me interested in saxophone was some recording of the Christmas song, and that was when I had my mindset I'm going to play saxophone, and so that was really nice.
I know that actually both of you have taken private lessons. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Tell me how important that was to study privately with a private teacher in developing your musicianship.
If I didn't take private lessons, I would not be in this band today or playing music, in a professional atmosphere. It definitely gave me the skills and techniques that I have today in order to learn the style. I think style is one thing. It's very hard to learn or to be taught that. You got to develop that on your own. But at the same time, you're never going to learn style if you don't have those techniques and ability to play a swing pattern on your right hand and play, different patterns on your left hand, or, you can't develop your style if you don't have, right foot and left hand independence and stuff like that. So it's very crucial to what I do every day playing gigs. So
I agree 100%. Like, if you're just playing in high school bands, your director, his job is to direct the entire band. He can't micromanage. But when you have that focus and that personal relationship with a mentor, just someone who plays your instrument and can just tell you everything that they know, that's a priceless experience. Like, nothing else could get you that.
Well, I appreciate hearing that from you. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, does the band have a website or a Facebook page where people can visit and find out more information about you?
We actually do. We have a website that is very rarely updated, but that is thecoopersjazz.com, and I guess more accurately, our Facebook page is facebook.com/thecoopersjazz, and that is updated quite regularly. So.
Well, wonderful. Once again, guys, thank you so much for your time. It's been great to visit with you, and I'm actually going to be going out and listening to the Coopers tonight, so I'm looking forward to hearing you perform, and you guys always put on a great live performance, and folks, if you haven't had a chance to see the Coopers, this summer is about the only chance you're going to get right now until maybe there'll be another Coopers reunion next summer. Guys, I hope you continue to play because you're fantastic and you get better all the time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
You've been listening to Liner Notes, produced by Case Studio Productions, 2013.